miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First and 10, it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Ball carrier. So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but as you said. And his first carry, he loses the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was second in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
Second and goal on the Seahawks 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Here's Mostert. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This is caught. Fighting for the pylon, but he will not get there. They mark him short of the goal line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Showed some flash on the run, but he will be brought down shy of his 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Third down. Now it's Carson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
40-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. On the slant, able to find Ayuk. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
First and goal at the 1. They'll run with Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
31 yards.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
Number 30.
Defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard.
They're going to look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Flush to his right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Seahawks nothing.
Back to throw now on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Aldon Smith, the former number 7 pick, gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big game.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
1-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Seattle.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Wilson.
And it's a quick slant to Lockett.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. They run it with Carson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job. And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first.
So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, he's able to pick up the first down.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Carson. And he'll be stopped up as he could only muster a yard. So 4th down coming up on the other side as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Jimmy Ward. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. They'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Seahawks.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now Wilson on 1st down. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. A pass underneath for Carson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Seattle.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
To throw again is Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
To number 16.
Tyler Lockett, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Third down and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. But we've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special teams ace.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk offense and defense all we want, but the third phase, special teams, that can be the difference between winning and losing. And how about the big play created here? Big time effort, and that can help his team.
Second straight week, he's forced a fumble. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Second and 10.
Throwing again. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
DK Metcalf.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's third and 3.
Third down.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
14, Seahawks 10.
Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
31, Raheem Mostert, the ball carrier.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On the pickup, it's second and
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
The 9-yard line.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Trent Taylor, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. The rushing numbers for Wilson. Maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Here's Carson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Seattle.
Operating from the gun. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the gun, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back now here in Santa Clara.
Seahawks.
It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll try to run with Carson. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They run again with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Trying to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there is really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
again. They'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The former 49er, Aldon Smith, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
is taken down by Bobby.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing a line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just...
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
32-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This throw complete, Wilson finding Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carson. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Wilson will throw again. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Throwing again here, Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett.
Wilson's pass.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
Wilson.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Again, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
yeah,
you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go up. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
At the 12-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Mostert. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for San Francisco,